practice Uttanasana with a block between the upper inner thighs. So place a block way up high in the thighs. Have your feet right underneath your sitting bones. Bring your hands to your hips. Lengthen the side ribs. Let the shoulders move back. Elbows back. Inhale and lift the front of your spine, and then exhale and fold over your legs. Fingertips coming down onto the mat. And start to squeeze the block with your outer thighs. So the outer thighs squeeze into the inner thighs, into the block. Connect the outer body towards the midline. So the squeezing of the legs from outer to inner is an expression of the outer body hugging the midline. Let your legs be tall and active and squeezing in, and then let this help you release your spine more, relaxing and releasing the spine down and forward like a waterfall, flowing out of the pelvis and down towards the top of the head. So the head is relaxed. Let your abdomen recede back. Let there be a gentle roundness in the lumbar. Let your rib cage be heavy, the front side of the rib cage, the back side. And then bring your hands to your hips. Reach the chest forward, shoulders back, and come up. As you're here now, maintain that squeezing of the outer thighs in. Now we'll practice Tadasana. Bring your legs underneath you, your feet underneath your sitting bones. Feet can be together or a little apart, and then bend your knees and sink down into your feet. Relax your body, and then as you straighten the legs, lift the shoulders way up towards the ears. Get tall in the sides of your body, and then take the shoulders back towards the back of the shoulder sockets. So the heads of the humerus bones are hugging the back of the shoulder sockets. You can bend your elbows for a moment, and then straighten the arms and straighten the legs, and pull the shoulders, the shoulder blades, and the arms down as you get taller through the trunk, taller through the rib cage. So as the heads of the humerus, arms, and shoulder blades pull down, the side ribs go up, and there's an ascension through the inner body, an ascension of the spine from bottom to top. Thighs are internally rotating, outer thighs squeezing in. Be long in your belly, lift the belly, and breathe. And now grab your block for a core crunch with the block. Place the block between your knees and hands behind your head. Legs and feet are in parallel, pelvis, spine, neutral. Squeeze the block. Inhale, lengthen your spine, open your rib cage. Exhale and scoop the belly. Tuck the pelvis, and as you keep exhaling, lift the shoulder blades up in a gentle crunch as you squeeze the block. Inhale back down, opening the elbows. Exhale, scoop the belly, tuck the pelvis, lift the shoulder blades for the crunch, squeeze the block. Inhale back down, opening the elbows. Exhale, scoop, tuck, and lift the shoulder blades, squeezing the knees in. Inhale, lengthen the spine, open the elbows. Exhale, scoop the belly back, tucking the pelvis, lift the shoulder blades up, squeezing. Inhale, lengthen the spine, pelvis neutral. Exhale, deep contraction in the belly, tucking the pelvis, lift those shoulder blades. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lower yourself back down, open the elbows. Exhale, deep contraction, low back comes to the mat, lift the shoulder blades up. Inhale, coming to lay back, open the elbows. Exhale, a deep contraction of the psoas, and a tuck and a lift of the shoulder blades. Exhale, a deep contraction in the belly, lower the low back towards the mat, and lift the shoulder blades. And again, inhale, lay down, open the elbows, be neutral. Exhale, deep contraction. Tuck the pelvis, lift the shoulder blades into a crunch. Squeeze the block. Inhale, coming to lay back, open the elbows. Exhale, a deep contraction of the psoas and a tuck and a lift of the shoulder blades. And then inhale, lengthen, neutralize, open the elbows and recover here. And now reach your heels up to the ceiling, hands behind your head. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, let the belly recede and contract. Lift the shoulder blades, lift the tailbone and the buttocks up, lift the legs up. Keep exhaling. And then inhale, lay back down, lengthen your spine. Exhale, let the belly recede and then lift the shoulder blades and the tailbone up. Inhale, lay back. Exhale, a deep contraction of the belly to lift the shoulder blades and the tailbone straight up, lifting the legs, squeezing the block. Inhale, lay back down, lengthening the spine. Exhale, a deep contraction, lifting the shoulder blades and the tailbone up. Inhale, lengthen the spine again. Exhale, deep contraction, lift the shoulder blades, lift the tailbone as you keep exhaling all the way to the bottom of the breath. Inhale, lay back down, open elbows. Exhale, a deep contraction of the belly, lifting tail, lifting shoulder blades. Keep going one more time. And then exhale, bend your knees, rest your feet down, and recover here. And now for Supta Urdhva Hastasana. Make sure that the flesh of your buttocks is pulled away from the low back, and then stretch your legs out one at a time and reach your arms up overhead but along the floor. And stretch your whole body out in this manner. Open the feet, open the toes, roll your thighs in and ground your thighs down towards the mat. And pull your rib cage long away from the legs. Lengthen and extend your arms. So pull your legs towards the feet and pull your arms towards the hands. And let your abdomen, let your whole midsection, let your lumbar receive that stretch. Breathing here as you stretch the legs and stretch the sides of your belly, stretch the arms as you lengthen. And then bend your knees and come back to neutral. Now we'll do belly rolling pose with a block. Laying on the back to start, place the block between your knees, knees over hips, shins parallel to the floor. Stretch your arms out to the sides, wake up your feet. Spread the arms, inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, lower the knees down towards the right hand, squeezing the block. Pull the belly to the left, slide the shoulder blades down the back, press the backs of the hands into the floor, squeeze the block between the knees and lower the knees down a little more to the right as you roll the belly left. Stretch the left arm to the left. And then inhale, come back to center, squeezing the block, and exhale, take the knees over to the left arm. Reach the right arm to the right, wide through the arms, shoulder blades down the back. Pull the belly to the right. Roll the belly to the right as the legs go left. Long spine here. And then inhale back to the center. And exhale the knees over to the right side, squeezing the block. Belly recedes back and slides to the left. And then inhale to the center. Exhale, take the knees over towards the left elbow as the belly rolls to the right. And inhale back to center. Exhale, recede and scoop the belly as it rolls left as the knees go right. Inhale, center, squeezing the block. Exhale, let the belly recede and roll to the right as the legs go to the left elbow. Nice and even and wide through the arms, and continue like this again to each side. Shoulder blades sliding down the back, long in the anterior spine, connecting the outer knees in towards the inner knees, towards the block. Stretch the elbows, open the hands, hug your shoulder blades into the rib cage. And then lower the feet back down to the floor and relax here. Smooth inhalation and exhaling. Remove the block from between your knees and rest in neutral. Now we'll practice a supported fish with 2 blocks and have a strap nearby as well. Set yourself up like this with the blocks behind you. Adjust your pelvis so the flesh of your buttocks is pulled away from the low back. And then start to lay back on one block on the medium height so the block is right underneath the bra line. And then another block will be supporting the head on the lowest height. So the block underneath your shoulder blades shouldn't be too low or too high. You have to find that place that's just right. And with bent knees, once again, adjust the flesh of the buttocks to pull away from the low back to come under you. So the flesh of the buttocks moves towards the feet. And then grab the strap and stretch your arms overhead with the strap. And then extend out through the legs. And let the legs be active here. And let the abdomen settle like a sheet settling on a bed. Let the layers of the abdomen settle towards your back body. So the lumbar is settled back and long. Stretch through the arms. Keep the feet open here. And see if you can feel a sense of length and precision through the sides of your abdomen. Inhaling here and a smooth exhale. Follow the exhalation all the way to the bottom of the breath. And then an easy inhalation to fill the rib cage. Fill the lower ribs just as much as the upper ribs. The back ribs as much as the front ribs. And then bend your knees, bring your feet flat, bring the arms up and overhead. And then use your hands to help you out of the pose. Now we'll practice an active version of Setu Bandhasana. So lay down on your back with your knees bent and feet flat, and bring your feet quite close to your sitting bones and a little bit wider than your sitting bones. And then you're going to tuck the pelvis under and lift the tailbone up. And interlace your fingers underneath your buttocks and walk your shoulders closer together underneath you. Stretch through the arms and press the forearms and elbows down as you lift the buttocks higher. You can even lift up the heels to lift the buttocks higher. Reach the shoulder blades into the rib cage, which will help you open the chest towards the chin. And lift the buttocks more. Ground the heels now and think of the right and left sides of the tailbone lifting. Magnetize the knees towards each other. And then lift up a little higher and release the interlace of the fingers. And then roll your spine back down, letting the tail come down last. And now we'll do a supported version of Setu Bandhasana with 2 blocks. So have your blocks nearby, lay down on your back, knees bent and feet flat. And take your feet quite close to your sitting bones. And now grab onto your blocks, have 1 block on each side of you, near your hips. Press your feet down, press your arms down, lift your buttocks up. and bring the blocks next to each other, directly beside each other, underneath your sacrum. So your sacrum, your buttocks, will rest on the blocks. Make sure the blocks aren't too high or too low. So find a place where your sacrum and buttocks are supported, nicely supported on the blocks. Interlace your fingers, walk your shoulders under you, lift the shoulder blades into the rib cage towards the chest for a nice open chest. And you can keep your fingers interlaced here, or you can relax your arms in any position that feels good to you. Breathing here, and let your buttocks, sacrum relax into the support of the blocks. Wide feet are grounded. Relaxed throat, relaxed eyes. Smooth, steady breath here. Enjoy the grounding of the bottom sacrum into the body. So let the support under your pelvis here help the tailbone have a feeling of deepening into the body. Smooth inhalation and smooth exhalation. And then lift the heels, lift the pelvis up, lift the buttocks off the blocks, take the blocks away, and then roll yourself down.